Hello, Gemini. This is Sherry Simpson coming to you from British Columbia, Canada. I am a transformational life coach. I tap into people to see what is going on and help them manifest their future. I also am empathic and tap into people's bodies and connect in with what your body is trying to tell you and help you release from your past in your mental, physical, emotional, and spiritual bodies so that you can move forward with ease and joy. So there have been a couple of signs in the last 2 weeks, yourself plus Virgo and Capricorn, who I have been absolutely, first card's out, I have been absolutely avoiding doing your readings. And I was extremely interested in that today, and I decided that I was going to do all of your readings, and I would tap in and figure out why I have been procrastinating on them. So for Capricorn, procrastination was sort of the essence about feeling stuck in the past and wanting to move into the future. For Virgo, it was about assumptions. And for you, Gemini, I get the sense that I didn't want to disappoint you. Because I'm empathic, that means that I was tapping into this essence of Gemini not wanting to disappoint. And what does that mean? I get the sense that you have done a lot when it comes to releasing any fears of disappointment, when it comes to ditching your people pleaser hat, and you're not really doing that anymore. But I do get the sense that you're still feeling a fear of feeling disappointed yourself, and it's connected into a fear of success for you. So I almost get the sense that you're afraid that this thing that you've wanted to have and to create and to experience for a long time is going to disappoint you because it's not going to have the essence of what you think that it might, and you're afraid that it won't. And so you're sort of been wishy-washy in this, I really want to create this experience. I really want to go on this vacation. I really want this car. I really want this new house. I really want this new life partner, but I'm afraid that I'm going to be disappointed. And I get the sense that you know that I teach law of attraction. If you don't, then that's what my coaching background is. It's about teaching the universal laws and learning to manifest your desires and tapping into your emotions in order to create the reality you want to create. So if you feel like you're going to be disappointed if you get this thing that you've always wanted, then you will, because that's what you're manifesting. And it also means that you're pushing this thing away because you're wishy-washy about it. So I get the sense that you have changed and shifted so much that the thing that you actually wanted either might not be wanted now, or that it doesn't hold the same vibration as what it used to. So what does that mean? So the universal laws are based on universe, right? They just exist just like gravity. When it comes to manifesting into the physical, tangible reality, it is about vibration, which is about the emotions that you exude in order to attract similar emotions back. So I get the sense that this thing that you're afraid of being disappointed about, when you achieve it, doesn't have the same vibration to it that it used to. And that's why it's not coming into reality, because you don't match it anymore. You don't, how do I explain this? When you were a kid, learning how to walk and taking 2 steps was what success looked like. And now success for you might look like running a 10K. And so obviously your idea of success and the emotion that you embody for success is going to bring you different things as you change. So I get the sense that you have changed so much that this thing that you've always wanted doesn't vibrate to the same emotion anymore, which means you either need to cut the ties and release that thing, or attach a new emotion to it, because you may still want it, but it could have a different vibe and a different emotion to it. So this is what you're working on during the next 2 weeks, is really assessing your goals and your dreams and your aspirations to see if they still resonate with the same emotions, and to see if I achieve this one thing, if I get this one thing, if I attain this goal, what vibration is that? And then you're going to embody that emotion and that vibration and send that out and the universe is going to keep bringing you things that match that. So how do you know when you're not in alignment with it? When you get things that don't match that vibe. So if you are really feeling success as creating a vacation to Peru or to Kirks and Caicos for 2 weeks, but that doesn't vibrate with how you're vibrating now, then you're not going to achieve that because you're not a match. And so checking in with that to see what you are a match to now, and if those things that you were hoping for and wanting to create are still a match. So I want to check in on a physical, layer, on a mental and belief layer, like a thought layer, as well as an emotional and a spiritual layer. What's going on? So I got to laugh because when I was shuffling the cards way earlier, this is the first card that popped out, and I put it back in the deck, and I was like, no, this is not going to be the first card, and if it is the first card, it will come out again. It came out again. So what does this tell me? This tells me that it's exactly what I was saying, that you have changed and blossomed so much that the things you thought you wanted, you either don't want anymore, or they don't vibrate with the same emotions that you were attaching to them in the past. So you have blossomed into, yeah, the hair on my arms is standing up. You have blossomed into a totally different person. You might even look different on the outside. You may have different things around you now than you did in the past when you created those dreams or aspirations before. So you have blossomed so much within your physical reality. If you were to look at what is surrounding you now, then when you created this desire way back when, you've changed so much. The things around you have changed. You have blossomed, and that is awesome, but it means that your dreams and aspirations need to blossom with you. So check in to your physical body. Are there things within your physical body that are actually giving you warning signs about this, or are there synchronicities that are going on in your life that are tied into a physical nature that are about how you have changed? So in the past, maybe you did a lot of complaining, or you were around a lot of complainers. And now you have blossomed so much that you're not complaining anymore, and the complainers have just left your life. They're not there anymore. You're not attracting them anymore. And that's because you've blossomed. So if you are open to releasing those things from the past and releasing that disappointment and stepping into a new place of what success looks like or what your dreams are, then allow yourself to blossom in that way and see how you've changed. The 2 energy is about your closest relationships, and you have blossomed and changed and birthed into a brand new person. You also have the capacity to change and blossom into a new person again, because in order to create your desires and achieve your aspirations, you're going to have to blossom into a newer you, into a more expanded you, into a different you. So decide what you want your physical reality to look like within the next month, within the next 3 months, and by the end of 2018. So do sort of a 3-piece timeline and figure out how you need to blossom in a physical way. How do your clothes need to change? Who needs to be in your physical reality and who doesn't? Does your car need to change? Does your house need to change? Does your relationship and your job need to change in order for you to achieve what it is that you want? Step into that place of what is my physical reality? And again, I was talking about the physical things in your body. So one of the things I'm feeling from you right now that I'm tapping into is a sense of tightness here. So are there things that you have been saying to yourself that have been not so nice about not achieving those things that you've always wanted? And that could just be because those things that you've always wanted you don't want anymore, or they don't match. So are you saying angry things? Are you feeling impatient? Are you feeling annoyed? Are you trapping something in your jaw that is not allowing you to blossom because you're holding on to it? Let's see what your thoughts and emotions are around that. So your thoughts become beliefs because your thoughts you think over and over again and they get ingrained, and then you set up those beliefs based on your thoughts, and that is what your physical reality ends up looking like because that's what you believe your physical reality can look like. So have you been thinking thoughts that are not in alignment with what you want your physical reality to look like, or have you been holding on to beliefs that are preventing your physical reality from changing? Again, I get the sense that you've done so much work on this, so kudos. Make sure that you are patting yourself on the back for the amount of change. These are all your cards. So I keep, very interesting. So I get the sense that you are not expressing your own emotions to you in a positive way. So mentally, do you believe that your dreams can come true? So this card that came in is dreams coming true in reverse. And so this is like a culmination or an ending. Very interesting, because I was just talking about whether you need to assess whether the dreams that you have or have had are still in reality. So either you think that they can't come true and you believe that they can't come true, so they haven't, or they haven't because you have changed and blossomed so much that your dreams don't have the same meaning anymore. So it's time to put an ending to those old dreams and create some new ones so that you can actually create and blossom into those. This one is interesting as well because it's 9 energy, but it's in reverse. So have you been resting and reconsidering a lot, and you've been doing that so much that that you've been future projecting but not allowing yourself to catch up? So perhaps it's sort of different than what I was saying at the beginning about how you have changed so much. Perhaps you have changed so much that I'm just tapping into what this means. So this one came in reverse. We have a full moon coming up on March 31st, and full moons are usually about endings. They're about culminations. Mercury is currently in retrograde, which means it is sweeping out the things from the past in terms of our communication, in terms of things that are no longer serving us, and those things that it's sweeping out are the people, situations, experience, thought patterns that we have been noticing over the last 2.5 weeks or so. Have you been spending way too much time resting and reconsidering and not enough time acting? So this is your thought card and your belief card. Maybe you've been stuck in that place of thinking and believing it will never come true. So you've been stuck in a place of it's not going to happen, so I'm just going to not even like think about it. But then back in the back of your mind, you're thinking, I really want this to come true. But it hasn't come true because you don't think it will. Or it hasn't come true because you've changed so much that it doesn't match anymore. So I want you to assess that. Obviously, there's many of you who are watching this video, and many of you this is going to resonate in a certain way, and it's going to have a different meaning for each of you. And this goal or this dream or this desire that you've been meaning to create is going to be different for all of you. I get the sense that if you have been resting and reconsidering, that is going to come to an end as we hit the full moon on March 31st, and then it's really going to be time for you to shift out of that rest and reconsider and move in to start taking actions that are in alignment with who you need to become in order to make those dreams come true. Yes, I get the sense that perhaps you've been thinking too small, and that those dreams and desires that you've always had, because you have blossomed so much, yeah, here my arms are standing up on this one, which usually means truth, that your dreams and desires now need to be bigger. You need to involve more people, you need to allow yourself to travel further, you need to upgrade the house that you thought you could buy, you need to upgrade the vehicle that you thought you wanted. upgrade the relationship that you thought you deserved, the job that you want. You're ready to think bigger because you have blossomed. So your dreams are probably not coming true because they're not big enough. It's time for you to finish the resting and reconsidering and spread your wings and start taking the action. And it's very interesting how these cards come through. And I get the sense that you haven't done that because you're not trusting that you can, because you're not trusting, maybe you're looking at the past in terms of it hasn't come true yet, so why is it going to come through now? Well, it hasn't come through because you've blossomed and changed and that they don't match anymore. So if they don't match, then you need to reconsider what those dreams are and get out of the resting phase and into the action phase. Trust that you can recreate something bigger, something grander, something even more epic, even more desirable is the word that's coming up. And I get the sense that those are actually your emotion cards. So trusting the emotion that it is. So you haven't been trusting that the emotion that you're embodying is a match to what you want. And you haven't been thinking big enough. So if you've been thinking of, I just don't want to be bored, so I'm going to think about not being bored. That's not big enough. If you've been thinking about peace, maybe that's not big enough. Maybe you need to think bliss instead of peace. Maybe you need to think, if you've been thinking, oh, I just kind of want this kind of love. No, you deserve unconditional love. So think things bigger and trust that you can achieve them. Because your thoughts become your beliefs, and the emotions that you're attaching things are what you're attracting from the universe. So what I get the sense that this is your spirit cards, and spirit is saying that love abounds, that when you step into that place of the dreams that I want are because I know that I will feel better in the having of them. I know that I can spread my wings and that they can be bigger, and I trust that the emotions I'm feeling are coming up to let me know what I am attracting, and that if you embody a sense of love in everything that you do, that love will then be embodied in everything that comes to you. So if the things that are coming to you do not match what you want, it's because the emotions within you are not matching that thing that you have labeled, the vibration. They don't match. And you need to embody from that really heart-centered place, feeling the emotion within you of what it is you want to create. So again, if you've been feeling success, but for you success is, I just took 2 steps. And now success for you is running a marathon, but your old dream is is attached to, I just took 2 steps, but now you know that you're capable of running a marathon, then you're not spreading your wings big enough. And you're not trusting that you can run the marathon instead of the 5K or the 10K. Allow yourself to think bigger and allow yourself to really get into your heart. Really get into that place of embodying that thing, which means that when it comes to your dreams, you really need to get into that place of feeling with all of your senses what it is that you want to bring into your future, or from your future into the now. That means you really need to embody one emotion. And a lot of times we have a really difficult time tapping into what that one emotion is. We think it's freedom, but freedom isn't big enough. Or we think it's freedom, but freedom includes time freedom, but not money freedom. Okay, so that's not thinking big enough. If you really want to allow yourself to think big enough, then freedom for you needs to be freedom in health, freedom in wealth, freedom in success, freedom in relationships, freedom in whatever it is that encompasses what it is that you desire. Unconditional love is everywhere. Embody that for me. This is an interesting one too. So this message, Gemini is one of those signs. You've taken your people pleaser hat off, yes. But you've also not necessarily put on the hat of, it's not selfish for me to want to please myself. There's still a piece of you that thinks that I have to share everything with everyone else. But are you putting yourself into that equation? Are you allowing your piece to be big enough? Or are you allowing yourself to sit in that place of, this is big enough, I can just give the rest away? Really? Is it big enough? Is that what you want to embody? And it's okay if it is. But remember, love abounds. Unconditional love is everywhere. It's not like there will never be enough. There's never enough because you believe there's never enough. You're not trusting that there's more. You're not trusting that there's more where that came from. You're not trusting that what you give out can come back to you tenfold. And so if you're holding on to this, I only need this and then I'll give the rest away, is that big enough? Are you spreading your wings big enough? Are you allowing yourself to share love with you in a more bigger, broader way? Or are you still stuck in that sort of wishy-washy, people-pleasing, but I'll just take this little piece for myself because I haven't been doing that in the past? Yes, you've blossomed. So yes, you've taken that please everyone else and not myself hat on. But now can you allow yourself to blossom even more, to give yourself more, to trust that you deserve more, to trust that you can call more in, to trust that you can spread your wings even bigger, to trust that there is more love everywhere if you allow more love to be accepted and received? Can you trust that your dreams can be bigger and that the ones that are no longer serving you are ready to end so that you can call in those ones that are bigger? I think that's all you need to know. I am going to trust that the information that I have provided you is going to allow you to blossom into who you need to become, to experience the dreams that are bigger, that are even more filled with love for you and everyone else. And I'm going to trust that you are going to spread your wings even bigger than you think you can, because it's time for you to step into that place of confidence and do it. I want you to release that fear if you're still holding on to a piece that you're going to be disappointed. That's where we began, and that's where I'm going to end. You're going to cut ties to that sense that you'll be disappointed if you achieve what it is that you thought you wanted. You've cut all those toys. Interesting. You want more toys, which is cool. Awesome. Bring more toys in. Bigger houses, bigger adventures, bigger cars. Bring more toys in. Enjoy them. Allow yourself to blossom into having more stuff, into allowing you to keep more for yourself. I know you want to give away more to everyone else, but in a sense that is keeping you stuck. In a sense, it is not allowing yourself to spread your wings as big as you can, because part of you still feels an overwhelming heaviness of having to give to everyone else, even though I know that's not how you feel. I'm not articulating that correctly because I know that you don't have a sense of needing to carry other people. If you did in the past, you've gotten rid of it. I don't feel that sense of what it is, but I get the sense that you're just not thinking big enough. You're thinking bigger, but you can go bigger. And it's safe for you to do so. So allow yourself to step into that energy. Allow yourself to release what's not serving you, including the dreams that are no longer serving you. Allowing yourself to trust that you can blossom into something even bigger and have even bigger dreams, and that you can bring them to you quicker than you can imagine because you're ready to. So embodying the motion of the new desire you want to create, literally bringing it into your body and attracting what it is that you will feel when those new desires and achievements are in the palm of your hand, when they're actually physically, tangibly here. It's been fun, Gemini. I look forward to hearing how things have changed and shifted for you. So come the end of Mercury retrograde around the 15th, I think that your dreams are going to be more solidified and they're going to be bigger, and you're going to be ready to plant those seeds and blossom into an even bigger, better you. If you want a personal reading, then I'll leave the information below. Namaste. Have a beautiful month.